Samsung has collapsed -6.30% to $230,500, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Friday, August 7th, and this is your complete global market briefing. The market is lacking a clear catalyst today, leading to choppy, two-way price action. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is broadly flat at $7,709.96, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market rallies after early sell-off. eCathemirini.com. NASDAQ 100 is trading lower by -0.39%, at $29,373. Investor sentiment is being shaped by S&P 500 flat as chip, software weakness offsets broader gains, the edge Malaysia. Dow Jones is trading lower by -0.85%, at $53,885. Equity markets are responding to reports that our stocks fall as investors eye Middle East talks, earnings, the Business Times. DAX slipped -0.24% to €26,140. The move follows reports that our stocks fall as investors eye Middle East talks, earnings, the Business Times. FTSE 100 is broadly flat at £10,868, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung plunged -6.30% to 230,500 Korean wons in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung, Broadcom reach $200 billion RE memory chip deal, manufacturing dive. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. SoftBank Group made a dramatic move today, plunged -4.41% to 5,695 yen. Equity markets are responding to reports that SoftBank profits drop 18%, stock falls 4% in Tokyo, Fortune. The technical picture for SoftBank Group has deteriorated. The 5,353 yen and 30 sen level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. Nintendo climbed +2.87% to 7,641 yen. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Nintendo Q1 2026 earnings beat estimates despite Switch 2 sales drop. Yahoo Finance. From a momentum perspective, the next key resistance for Nintendo sits around 8,099 yen and 46 sen. A sustained break above that level could attract further institutional buying. The main risk to the upside scenario is a shift in macro conditions or central bank tone. This is our analytical view, always do your own research. Goldman Sachs dropped sharply -2.62% to $1,032.58. Equity markets are responding to reports that Goldman Sachs stock doubles from Liberation Day lows. Yahoo Finance. The asset and wealth management pivot is lowering earnings volatility. Private credit exposure is a growth area but carries liquidity risk in stress. Near term, the IB deal calendar is the stock driver. Watch for any mega IPO or M&A advisory win. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, the move follows reports that our stocks fall as investors eye Middle East talks, earnings, the Business Times. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. On the data front, equity markets are responding to reports that our stocks fall as investors eye Middle East talks, earnings, the Business Times. Turning to commodities. Brent crude surged to $83.55 per barrel, up 5.16% on the session. The move follows reports that current price of oil as of Fortune WTI crude surged to $78.23 per barrel, up 4% on the session. The move follows reports that current price of oil as of fortune. Natural gas dropped sharply to $2.63, down 2.05% on the session. The move follows reports that US stocks fall as investors eye Middle East talks, earnings, the Business Times. Gold edged higher to $4,298.70 per troy ounce, up 1.25% on the session. The gold move is partly driven by gold steadies as oil slump cools inflation pressure. Equities rally, Kitco PM report, Kitco. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. The technical picture for Samsung has deteriorated. The 216,670 Korean won's level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. In the currency markets, euro to US dollar is at 1.15, losing 0.07% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.35, gaining 0.03% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 157.60, gaining 0% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to oil prices plunge and Europe's markets rally after Trump calls off Iran strikes, The Guardian. Before we wrap up, here is your watch list for the sessions ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Thousands of investors rely on our daily briefings to cut through the noise. If you are finding value here, please like this video and subscribe. It directly helps us keep producing this content every day. Leave a comment with your market view. We feature the sharpest takes in future videos. That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe, and we will see you in the next one. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.